If I can't have it, nobody can have it. All right, MODOK. Mr. Butt Rocket himself. Flip, and then dice the hand. We get 2 swarms. We'll get the free Wolverine. We'll draw Chavez. We'll trigger Strong Guy. We'll buff Morbius by 8. It comes together. Welcome, my friends, back to Marvel Snap. We're here with MODOK, fresh off the card printing press, and I have had a ton of fun playing with him. We had a stream yesterday evening doing a lot of testing of so many different variants of MODOK, the Hela, the Apocalypse, and then this list, which is going to be the MODOK Aggro Swarm Zoo list. This one was shockingly the best out of the entire set. MODOK Strong Guy. I initially did not see this pairing really having enough to make it worth playing, but it's come together incredibly well. A very efficient deck, and so this is what I want to show off today. The beautiful synergy is really in this triangle. The Morbius, Strong Guy, MODOK. That's where you start making money, because just Strong Guy into MODOK. Strong Guy, if you have no cards in hand, is a 4/10. MODOK is a 5/8. That means that Strong Guy is 2 points ahead of tempo, MODOK is 2 points behind tempo. So if we're going to play this combo, we've just made a tempo play with more steps, effectively. But if we can gain some extra benefits off of the Morbius, off of the Wolverine, recently buffed, and once he's discarded, getting cut, bouncing to the board at a 2/4 stat line, that's amazing. Swarm, cutting up the Swarm, also incredible for us to be able to play these free cards. We have the Calling Wing and the Blade to round out the discard package here, and then we have the Angela and the Bishop, just because we're poised to be able to play a ton of these cards with the free Swarms. Iceman, because he's such an efficient one-cost play. The Nakia, also recently buffed. A little bit of hand buff mechanic, which I think is an underutilized mechanic in the game. If she can get her buffs onto the Swarm, we make so much. We gain so much out of those duplicating buffs. And then the Chavez lets us hit our combos nice and early, and then after MODOK cuts the hand, we can drop the Chavez and then be able to enjoy. The goal is to be able to play Chavez plus 2 free Swarms on turn 6, which that is a fantastic turn 6, and then pairing with all the synergies we've already set up on the board is actually really hard for the opponent to be able to keep up. Okay, it's almost time to dive into our showcase, but you guys know me, we have to get the gold border on the Nakia, and I want to hear down in the comments below what kind of lists you guys have been having success with. I can already see the comments. It's like Hela, Invisible Woman, MODOK, Hela, play this. I am terrible at Hela. You can watch the stream that we have archived. We tested all forms of MODOK that we could possibly think of, theory crafting with chat helping out. We played 3 different versions of Apocalypse, I think 2 different versions of Hela, and then we played this as our finale. And it was all incredibly fun. So, also plug for the channel. Subscribe to the channel, that way you get notified when I go live here on YouTube. It's great hanging out, and I do rely on chat to bring in some fun theory crafting. We found some incredible lists. Setting up the Morbius here is beautiful. Mojo World, I love that. Ah, the Nakia appears. So I do want to set Bishop. And now I want to plot a way to be able to get the Nakia buffs onto the Swarm. But I might also just play Strong Guy. That is something that I might do. Turn 5, I could play Angela plus the Nakia. Yeah. Get the buffs on the Blade and the Swarm, then play... Well, if I play... Now, it's too late. It's too late. I would have to play Nakia now if I want the buffs on the Swarm to matter. Because then I need to cut them on 5 and play them on 6. Maybe Strong Guy actually goes then. And it's something like... Nakia, put the Blade over to Morag. Okay. What are we going to be able to top deck? We buff the Strong Guy, we buff the Swarm. Blade cuts. Oh, it's lucky. Never punished, never punished. It's so good. Iceman, interesting. Well, here's the thing. Strong Guy got the buffs up to 4/6, but he is unfortunately still not going to be able to trigger because I'm guaranteed to draw Chavez on my next turn. I could still play Strong Guy plus Iceman for 8. Or I could set Angela Iceman. Angela scaling to a 2/6 eventually. Maybe. I can play... I mean, the Dracula's going to be able to win that, right? Right. Would it be something like this? And the next turn is like a swarm somewhere, Chavez, and then the other swarm. Yeah. We've got Lockjaw Dracula established. Swordmaster with the Apocalypse cut. Hey, another MODOK connoisseur, mayhaps. Chavez. You are playing with fire, Austin. You play Dracula to Lechigilia, giving you 3 rocks, and then you're going to play a Lockjaw deck? You're quite fortunate that the Chavez. I click on it and it shows Swordmaster. Maybe they'll fix that someday. Mobile game of the year, guys. Mobile game of the year. I think that I need punch on mid, and then we go here. Do I snap? It's a consideration. We're in a good spot. I mean, look at this. We're putting down 13, 23 points on the final turn here. Nope, we get an extra 3 on the bishop. 26 points on the final turn. If you want to talk about ahead of tempo, this is it. They do have the Morbius. Dracula's going to win Lechigilia. I don't want to contest that. America, Chavez, Lockjaw. It's all what pops up here. Which could be any... I feel like you can't. It's lower odds for them because they got the rocks in the deck. But as soon as Infinite pops up, the party's over. They play the MODOK. Oh, it's a hella version. Hella Lockjaw with the APOC. You're just running the whole cocktail. I respect it. Bring a rock, please. Colleen Wing will now cut the APOC again. Yep. So it's all to fuel the Dracula, and Morbius is popping there. 10 strength. They drew a rock. Please be another rock. Come on. Yeah, it was bound to happen eventually. Okay. There goes the APOC for more points on the Morbius. The vampires are crazy. 12-point Morbius. 24-point Dracula. These stat lines are crazy. We still got them, though. If you guys enjoy this style of deck guide, then show some love to the video. Liking down below helps promote us to the rest of the community. Any kind of support does help us out a ton here at the channel. We'll establish Morbius, get the Nakia down, roll into Strong Guy. Yeah, pretty happy with this. Colleen Wink, and then try and cut the Wolverine for free. In a good spot. Especially if we can find Swarm. Oh, we got the MODOK. This is what we wanted. Give me Nakia. And give me Nakia. I think that we're going to lose Asgard. But what if we won it? What if? It would be so nice to win. Okay, Nakia just for 2 points. That hurts. It does hurt. Let us Strong Guy now. Get a bad taste in my mouth on this one. But the MODOK can't be able to come through. Especially if we do just play MODOK here. Then the Nakia buff on Wing would have just been wasted. The buff on Wolverine would have been appreciated. But really, in that Cosmo, they only blocked us 2 points. Nobody gets the draw. If I can't have it, nobody can have it. All right, MODOK. Mr. Butt Rocket himself. Flip. And then dice the hand. We get 2 swarms. We'll get the free Wolverine. We'll draw Chavez. We'll trigger Strong Guy. We'll buff Morbius by 8. It comes together. Incredibly, it comes together. Oh, we get more time. I like it. I like it.
Enough said, bub.
Of course he goes mid. And then we play Chavez. Punch. Can I draw Blade? Blade would give me another buff on the Morbius. But... oh. Okay. I got the Blade. It's not worth it. I want the power. Well, would it be? The Strong Guy trigger. Now I'm puzzling and puzzling. It's like Swarm Blade. I don't know, what do they have left? They played Magneto, Magic, Jubilee, Sunspot, Cosmo, Armor. I don't even know what kind of list you are. Are you Lockjaw, but you didn't find Lockjaw, but then why are you playing Magic? I feel like this is fine. We get the Strong Guy bump up, and that's just because I'm worried about them passing. Why would I be worried about them passing on Sunspot? They're not going to do this. Alright, well, it's still better just to play Swarm rather than try and get the buff on the Morbius. I think we do it like this. Final turn, final turn. We're up, we're adding 6. I really don't see what beats us. Ah, they didn't have it. Victory. Okay, so MODOK kinda clean with it, and this is what I was finding on stream last night, is that this deck just produces enough tempo, that's enough flexibility. You got a couple tools for a number of different situations. It comes together very well. Well, Iceman to Shuri's Lab. Shuri's Lab. I want to play Chavez, I want to play MODOK here. Do I care about Vibranium Mines? Probably not. I would rather draw my other cards rather than Vibranium. And of course now I'm gonna get rocks. Okay, Bishop. Bishop, Strong Guy, MODOK. It's the same line. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. But I think the deck, speaking of I don't know what's kind of segue I'm trying to employ here. I think that the deck does have a lot of flexibility in terms of being able to adapt pieces of it to what's in the meta. You could probably cut either Blade or Calling Wing to be able to fit in another tech card. Iceman is a flex slot. Angela, Bishop are also flex slots. The Calling Wing is fairly core. I would actually hesitate before cutting Calling Wing. She's quite desirable. But all these other cards can be switched around. I'm wondering if it's time to bring in Okoye as another potential buff onto the Swarm. Nakia helps if Swarm is in hand. Okoye helps if Swarm is in deck. There's something there, I think. Go MODOK. Give me my Swarms, cut the rest of the hand. MODOK up to 16 there. Morbius, Collector, Mystique, yo! Alright, I want to see them play MODOK. So this is a crazy high roll, right? And they hit all the cards that they would want. Did you hit your big finish with Mr. MODOK? They did not! Thank goodness. I love this opening hand. All of our twos. The two cost cards are very much favored right here. And it was actually pretty interesting in the Developer Insights video. Ben Bro talking about different tournament formats that they have created in the dev office, running decks that all have the same cost card against each other. I think that actually could be a very fun idea to explore a little more, something that I haven't seen other current tournaments really feature. Let's go Calling Wing here. MODOK is not going to have a huge payoff, but he'll just take care of all the sluff to make sure we get the Strong Guy. Calling Wing guaranteed to hit Wolverine here. Bounces to Lemuria. Well, Max giving me the draw. Now MODOK is going to be able to put in the work because it's so good. Let's go Strong Guy up against the Max. Do I snap? I think I snap. I also have a sneaking suspicion that Oscar is a bot. Who knows? Storm. They want an extra turn to be able to fight around and kill. Okay. I'm okay with this. Because my Morbius is going to be huge. Let's drop the MODOK. Guys, I'm going to be doing videos around the other MODOK builds. I've tried Apocalypse, I've tried Hela, and I've tried this Aggro Zoo. The ceiling of the other lists is all higher than what this one is. But the consistency here is amazing. Sure, just kill it. I don't care. 10-point Morbius, 8-point MODOK, 2 Swarms and a Chavez. 2 Swarms. I mean, I don't see any way that you could win Flooded. Especially because like Morbius can't be manipulated by Magneto. Neither can MODOK. Neither can Calling Wing. I'm just dodging the 3 and 4 cost card section that could be. I'll be able to trigger Strong Guy and still get the go-ahead at Lemuria if they don't support that lane at all. Are you going to play Surfer? Is it just Surfer? What's your vital play? it is the Magneto, but like I said, we're immune. This deck is so good. Here is the deck in all of its glory. I think we were able to showcase the gameplay situations where we played every single one of the cards. MODOK honestly coming in big, cutting up the Swarm, culling the hand, buffing the Morbius, and then the consistent finish of Chavez plus 2 Swarms while buffing either an Angela or a Bishop that we set up earlier, or being able to capitalize on buffs coming out of the Nakia. It just comes together in a very consistent package. I would love to hear down in the comments how you guys think this list might be improved, and if you're looking to be able to get any advice on card substitutions, you can just leave me a mention down there in the comments, and we can theory craft around improving this deck list together. I'm really excited to see where MODOK ends up settling in the meta, especially once the forecasted nerfs to both Surfer and Zabu hit. Right now, the meta is certainly still Zabu Surfer. Like, if you've got those cards, just run those and try and climb as fast as you can until they get nerfed. And then I think it's going to open the meta up and allow MODOK just to have a little bit more breathing space. Let discard and aggro and decks like this one be able to come up into the mid tiers of the meta and do even better. Till next time, thank you guys for watching. Keep on snapping.